not just clicks and watches, a simple but revolutionary shift from corporate to consumer control. Service today are very personalized to every member in the household. So there's not one product for the entire household. The possibilities of building connections between cultures and people are endless. That is why we are here to talk about this morning. We're going to talk about how internet is changing television, and we are at the cusp of global revolution. Today, Netflix has reached more than half of the population of US, something which took cable industry more than 20 years to achieve. TuneIn has been replaced by personal choice. We live in an on-demand world and there is no going back. Several factors have made this shift possible. Internet is getting faster and more reliable, devices are getting smarter and cheaper and more widely adopted. Internet speeds have been increasing steadily. While some countries making more progress than the other, it's all figured out that a robust internet is key to economic prosperity and better quality of life. All the business houses are constantly testing what works for consumers and remove what frustrates them and provide them with a better experience, faster, smoother internet delivery. More intuitive choosing, equity across devices. Today the goal is to deliver data so fast and well on devices on any broadband connection, and that's what all the organizations are vying for. So all the data scientists, all the engineers, all the hardware guys are really working towards how to get you high quality data, high quality content on your device. We are today in a binge era. So unlike earlier where your episodes and series used to happen over a period of once a week or then at a later stage daily, today you have all the episodes available to you at one click. So you can actually sit and watch the entire series. And that's what Netflix and the likes have done today. This is the advent of the binge era. This was not possible in the linear TV. Cable networks from all time started with other people's content. Now that's another thing which we have to focus on. So they were always carrying other people's content. If you see today, it's all about original series. Everybody wants to own content, prepare their own content, and the reason why they're doing this is because that's how their brand gets recognized. So when you look at Marco or you look at any of the series, Stranger Things, you know it's Netflix. So Netflix is actually building their own content and own branding by doing this and not taking any other's content. And that's what is happening across. Today, the content industry is investing more than 10 billion in content. Now, your regular broadcaster has now have to compete with this. Now, this is a situation which the players had never thought of. So it's a new scenario, completely disruptive model in the media and entertainment. So if you look at the statistics, total media ad spending worldwide has crossed more than 755 billion as of today. The ratio of TV time to video time will shift to 3.1 for US from 4.1. So it's more video and less television. However, television will still survive because the statistics, the habits are still there. In 2020, global digital viewers will surpass 2.6 billion, and that is huge, and that's where all the content demand is required, is in need. In 2018, 52% of internet users in US will be using ad blocks. So new monetization, new business models, and that's what's required. 10 billion, as I mentioned, combined spend on original content by online streaming players, and that's where all the competition is going to come into the picture. So this is a digital disruption story where we're all sitting in, and what's driving it? Content. From a content point of view, it has changed how we look at talent. Think about YouTube influencers, somebody on Instagram. Now we consider people who are not considered talent from traditional media standpoint. We are changing the form, factor, size of screen, where the content needs to go, how we need to manage the rights, and all being disrupted by digital. Second is distribution. From distribution standpoint, we used to take content and bring the people to things. Now, because of digital, we have to bring content to people, which means we need to atomize the content, atomize the experience, and push it to them. Wherever they are, they should be able to experience it. And the most critical, monetization. From money's point of view, the business model is changing so quickly. How we monetize content and build the business model around media and entertainment is very deeply challenged. We used to live in a world where essentially half the money used to come from advertising and half the money used to come through consumers, through cable fees. However, in the new scenario, the consumer through distribution and direct revenue, advertising is challenged and paid distribution fee model is changing. What is the willingness to pay is being challenged. So we are looking at more complexity, more technology, more data, more accountability to take the industry forward, and frankly, more risk, because issues around protecting the consumer and consumer data. So if you look at this, consumer leads us in a way where business model follows the behavior. They have to guide us. So the ownership is changing to ownership to wanting free access. Programming is changing to on demand. Now there's a lot of fragmentation because you have multiple platforms. Plus the consumer is very advertisement reluctant. First, people did not own content. They used to, if you know, in the earlier days, people used to own DVDs, CDs, cassettes, and all the content. Now that's changing to online streaming.